Welcome back, you guys, to the Garden Room. It's your girl, Mari Thrower. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Before we get started, I have to shout out my younger brother again, Dalen Thrower. I'm wearing his clothing brand right now. It is called EOH, which stands for Eyes on Him. So you guys should go look him up, eohmerch.com. I will drop it in the description box below. All right, you guys, so as we get started today, I want to talk about how God can help us mend and mold our hearts and how we really have to ask Him and invite Him into that space in our lives, because a lot of times we could be so quick and so ready to move on to that new thing, that new opportunity, that new relationship, that new friendship, all these great things that are exciting to step into. But at the same time, have we healed? Have we mended ourselves? Have we been molded for those opportunities that are awaiting for us in the future? And our hearts are just like an open wound. If we don't let it heal or recover from whatever happened in our past, then a lot of times we can be reopening it over and over again when we're so excited to move forward and move on too fast. And I don't fault anyone for that, especially myself included, because I love being able to get things fast and convenient. I mean, we live in a society where everything is so quick. It's such a fast pace. But when it comes down to our hearts and comes down to the things that we've gone through, we can't just rush past the healing process. And if we don't take that time to really question why that hurt me or why I went through that or how can I grow from whatever it is in our lives, then we can kind of be like a kid on the playground who's running too fast, but his shoes are untied and constantly tripping over the same thing. And so if you feel like you're lacking in direction or just meaning for your life, ask God to order your steps in the right way. Because a lot of times we can be so ready to move on to that next thing, and we can have all the right steps, all the right pieces, but if they're not ordered in the proper way, we'll still find ourselves going into the wrong direction, into the wrong thing that truly is not going to allow us to be able to grow and be able to heal and be able to move forward and what the Lord has for us next. So I want to read you guys 2 verses that really help me out in this area, starting off with Proverbs 19 verse 21. It says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." And a lot of times we can have so many different plans, so many different things we're looking forward to, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if God's purpose is for you to sit and be still and be able to grow in a moment, that is what really needs to prevail. And that's really what's going to help you at the end of the day. Not that He doesn't want to keep things from you, but He knows what's best for you. And the next verse, I want to read Psalms 34:18. It says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." So I want to encourage you and remind you that the Lord is close to your heart. Maybe you're going through a season where you feel like your heart is in pieces, but God is close to it, and you have to let Him in. You have to let Him be able to mend you and mold you back together. He has already knitted you and formed you in your mother's womb, as it talks about in another verse in Psalms. So be able to know that the things that God has already knit together in you, He is willing to knit it together again. No matter how broken it feels, no matter how crushed you feel, the Lord will use that for your good and His glory. But I know that it's such a hard statement to hear while we're in the middle of something, while we're in the middle of whatever it is, and we're so ready to just kind of distract ourselves with what else new can I add into my life. But I want to challenge you to just take some time and just sit in the resistance, sit in just the hardship and say, "God, I need you to heal me right here. I need you to make me whole again right here, before I start trying to distract and before I start trying to add all these things to just try to take away some of the pain or take away some of the disappointment from whatever I've walked through. Lord, mold me into the person that You've called me to be," because we're going to face these things with or without God regardless. So I want to challenge you and invite you and encourage you to let Him into that space and let Him mend and mold your heart today. So I know today's episode was a little bit denser, but I really want us to be able to dive in deep into who God is and really who we are in each of these moments and each of these seasons of our life, and let God into those spaces, because He really is our ultimate healer, and we can progress, we can move forward, we can enjoy those next steps in our life. But if we let Him order them the way that they're supposed to be, we'll be walking into the plan that He has for our lives. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I look forward to talking with you guys in the next episode, and until then, keep growing with God.